Hey, what's happening, friends? Market report time. Lots of stuff going on. We're going to look at the data across the state of Hawaii and see what is going on. So as we normally do, we're going to jump right in. We're going to start on the Big Island. Right now, active listings is at 2207, which is higher than it was last month. And like we talked about, it's the first time in a long time that we've been above 2,000 active listings. And so the number of homes for sale, active inventory continues to rise. If we look at the monthly comparison on prices from a year ago, this is the residential market. We're almost exactly on par for the number of sales. So there is 176 homes sold this past month. The month before it was 183, and then a year ago was 185. So about the same number of sales happening, but median price is up 555 versus 495 a year ago. So prices continue to hold steady, even though market activity has been soft in terms of the number of sales. We just did an update on the rate update, or the mortgage rate update, which I think is going to affect the market activity in the coming months, and we'll see how that translates into the data, and we'll definitely keep you posted on that. But now let's jump over to the island of Kauai, and on Kauai, same thing. Active listings continue to rise at 416. They were in the 300s for the last couple of years. And so active listings and number of homes for sale continues to rise on the island of Kauai. And looking at the monthly comparison on home sales, there was a big jump, which is interesting, right? Versus the Big Island, where a year ago, there was only 19 homes sold. This is the residential market. And this past month, there was 41, which was more than the 37 the month previous to that. But median price is lower, 1.3 million versus 1.8 a year ago. And so Kauai has really small market activity, so sometimes that median price can jump up and down. If you look year to date, it's still up. So the market there is stronger in terms of number of sales, but lower in terms of the median price versus a year ago if you just compare month over month. So now we're gonna move over to the island of Maui. And so we'll start with sales price on Maui. You can see that there was a big jump earlier this year in the median price, and it's continued to kind of jump up and down. But if you draw the trend line, it's definitely continuing to rise. So 1.3 million median price on the island of Maui. And if we go to the number of homes for sale, so inventory, we've seen that steady increase since October, November of 23, and we are at the highest point that we've been in the last 3 years. So 1,110 active listings on the island of Maui. So inventory continues to rise, like we're seeing all across the state and really all across the country. And the number of closed sales, market activity, continues to be pretty low. It's kind of been down here under 200 for really going back all the way to July of 2022. And so pretty similar to last month, there's a little increase. There's 124 sales in July, and in August, there was 131. So little increase in the number of sales on Maui, but for the most part, it's been steady kind of around that 150 mark for the last couple of years. And finally, let's jump over to Oahu, starting with the median price. And same thing, it goes up and down month after month, but if you look at the trend line, it's definitely continuing to trend upwards. And if you compare the 725 median sales price on Oahu to a year ago, it was 701, so higher than it was a year ago, and continues to steadily climb upwards. The number of homes for sale also, just like all the rest of the islands, is trending upwards, even though we saw a little drop between July and August. So there was 2923 in July, and then there was 2897 in August. So little drop there, but for the most part, we've been seeing that steady increase. We bottomed out back in December of 21, and there's been a steady increase other than this little trough here of number of homes for sale. And on number of closings, staying kind of steady across the board on all the islands. We had a little bit lower number, 681 in August versus 692 back in July. But if you look really since September of 2022, it's pretty much been steady between that kind of 600 and 800 mark in terms of the number of sales. So no huge news or changes in the market. It's been pretty steady, right? We've been seeing over the last 12 months or so where inventory has been rising, but the number of sales have been pretty steady, and then sales price continues to creep up over time. So as always, if you have any questions, you can always reach out at dylan@buybigisland.com, or there is a link to book a meeting in the comments below. But market's always super important to look at really specifically for your situation on where you're looking to buy or where you're looking to sell. And we're happy to break that down because these are obviously island-wide numbers, so it takes everything into account, and we can definitely give you a specific analysis on your specific situation if that's something that you're looking for. So thank you guys for watching. This is your market report for September. See you guys next month. Aloha.